What's good, Commanders family? Brian Coble Jr. here, and this is the Next Man Up podcast, where we don't really talk X's and O's with your favorite Commanders players. We dive into what makes the man behind the helmet. We got a great man here today as a guest, our wide receiver, Curtis Samuel. Curtis, how you doing, brother?
I'm good. How you doing?
Oh, man, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed to be here, man. I'm glad you were here, man. Fun season so far, but I got to start off the number one thing right now, man. We just talked about it before we got on air. You changed your number to number 4.
Yep.
Now, that could be a very expensive move, man. Talk about that and talk about, like, what made you decide, you know what, man, I'm going back to number 4.
I ain't gonna lie, you gotta drop a little bag for that. You gotta drop a little bag for that. But like, it was worth it to me because I grew up at a number, like wearing that number my whole life. So I kind of felt like me. Like I felt like I fit in that number. I felt like I could be myself. Felt like I'm just like a little kid playing the game all over again.
Yeah. And let's talk about Curtis Samuel as the kid, right? You grew up in Brooklyn, New York. Mm-hmm. And this is not the Brooklyn you will go see today. This is a different Brooklyn because Brooklyn has changed quite a lot since when you grew up, right?
It ain't the same, yeah. Once they done dropped that Brooklyn Nets stadium, it got real different.
It changed a lot.
It got real different.
So, let's talk about the Brooklyn you grew up in, right? Talk about, that borough and what it did for you and how it kind of molded the man you are today.
It did a lot for me. The crazy part is I always say this is like a lot of kids. We in New York City, we got a lot of talent. It's just so many distractions. You know what I'm saying? And the great thing about my life is I had a great support system. I had a great family and I had a great group of friends and a great group of people in my community that never wanted me to go down the wrong path. Yeah. You got a lot of people in your community that be like, hey, come do this. They were telling me like, nah, you don't need to be around this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like I always say, I'm here today because of everybody I had around me. They seen the gift that I had and they seen the talent that I had and they never allowed me to go down the wrong path.
And a lot of people will see that talent before you even see it, right? Like you said, as a kid, people was telling you, hey, bro, you got something good. Don't mess this up. Don't be here with us. Go back to the crib. Go do your homework. When did you see that you was the man, that you really could be this star NFL player?
I actually seen it high school when I got the Ohio State offer.
Yeah.
My whole time growing up playing football, little league, high school, I just played the game because it was fun. It was exciting. Cooking people out there. It just was, it was a fun thing. So I never really looked at it like, even when I was in high school, I never said, oh, I got to get off. And I feel like that's the difference between today and when I played is I was more just having fun and then the offers came rather than I feel like the kids is working extra hard. They probably trying to do too much to get the offers. And I kind of was just enjoying myself and playing the game. And once I got that offer, I feel like it stamped me and helped and gained me more confidence and like I'm that dude. Because like, how often do you see a dude from Brooklyn, New York, getting an offer from Ohio State?
Yeah,
that's different.
That's a big time, man. And clearly,
that's different.
Clearly, you're a big time player. But it's funny because you mentioned your high school, Erasmus Hall High, right?
Yeah, Erasmus Hall. Yep.
A lot of big people have come from there. Like you got Hall of Famers from there, and I don't know what it's like within the school, but I gotta imagine they got pictures or like stories of these people that have made it out of that. As a young man, as a teenager, you're seeing those things. Does that kind of give you a idea like, dang, they did it, I could probably do this too?
Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely. But more importantly than that, I feel like you need a great coach. Because like, if your coach don't know what he's doing, I'm not talking as far as like just playing. As far as getting his guys out there. Right. I feel like a lot of coaches are good coaches, but they don't know how to get their guys out there.
Yeah.
And I feel like my head coach, all my coaches at E-Hall, I feel like they did a great job. I got to shout him out, head coach Danny Landberg. You know what I mean? I feel like I won't be here today without him. That was my head coach, and I feel like he had a lot of connects with different coaches in college and all over the place, and I feel like that's what helped me get my name out there.
Yeah, you talk about all the support you had, right? You got a lot of people in your corner, and one thing I know that you do and take pride in is giving back to that same community that gave a lot to you.
Yeah.
You had a youth camp this past year.
Yep.
Talk about that and talk about why it's so important to give back to your community where you're from.
The youth camp was fun. I'm not gonna lie. It's not your ordinary regular youth camp where you come out there 7-on-7, everything football. I wanted to be, it's New York. Yeah. It's us. It's fun. We have fun. I had the kids out there getting sturdy. A lot of y'all may not know what that is. Go look it up. I had the kids dancing. We playing football, but we having fun. We enjoying ourselves. And I love doing it because I feel like I always say, in New York City, there's so many different distractions, right? And if I could pull a kids for 1 day or 2 days and just give them a different outlook and help them have fun, then it may spark something in their mind. You know what I'm saying? I try to talk to them. I have guys that I've played with. They don't play in the league, but just guys that just went on the right path and played and with me in high school and just doing better things with their life right now. Mm-hmm. And I have them talk to the kids, and I feel like they need it because it's not enough of us that's probably doing that out there.
Yeah, and a lot of times people will call you because of your work with the youth, because of your work with your community. They call you a hometown hero.
Yeah.
Right? And there's a lot of pride that comes from being from New York. I know a lot of New Yorkers, man. Y'all wear that on y'all chest.
That's
y'all
a fact. I always say I'm from Brooklyn.
We're very, very proud of where y'all from. What are you most proud of? Coming from Brooklyn, what are you most proud of at this point in your life?
I'm really just proud that I was able to, surpass the average time span for a guy in the league.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like I'm not one of those guys that just said they played in the league just for 2 or 3 years and it was done. I did more than that. I'm going on year 7. You know what I'm saying? Coming from Brooklyn, going on year 7.
Yeah.
Who could imagine? Yeah. So it's not only the kids saying that's from my area, like I could make it. It's I could last in the league and I can make an impact in the league.
And longevity is such a big deal.
Absolutely.
And before we move on, because we got some football to talk about now.
Yeah, we can do that.
You off to a season now.
Yeah.
So before we move on from New York, for those that know, you hit the corner store, local corner store, you ordering some food because you go back a lot. What's your order, man? Tell the people what you order.
I ain't gonna lie, you got to get a chopped cheese. Don't say the deli. Don't say none of that. We going to the corner store and we going to get a chopped cheese. That's it. Just go get a chopped cheese. Make sure he add that mayo and ketchup. Trust me, get your mind right.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I tell people, it's not. See, if you're in Manhattan, it don't really hit
it's not the same. Nah,
you gotta go to Brooklyn or one of the. You gotta go one of the.
I like Harlem personally.
One of them places. Yeah, you gotta go to one of them spots.
Yeah. So that's interesting though because like as a commander, you signed here. Mm-hmm. You gonna see New York twice a year. You gonna see the Giants twice a year. Now I know that wasn't your childhood team growing up. However, whole city looking at you. For a fact, you said it yourself, they broadcast the games in New York. Yeah. What are those games like, and what is it like to be able to put on a show for not only, all your family and your friends, but those kids that are growing up like you, watching you saying, oh man, he from where I'm from.
It's amazing, to go out there and just, most importantly, step on that field, have everybody see you, but go out there and have a great game. I feel like it speaks a lot. I feel like, I want kids after they watch me play, they be like, oh, they want to go outside to play football.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I want them to go outside and just like feel good about themselves and just work harder, to try to get to the NFL or college or something like that. I just want to spark something positive in their mind and their heart to get them that drive to want to keep going.
That's fire, man. That's fire. Yeah. Well, let me tell you, bro. 7 years, you said it, man. Longevity is a big deal, and you've been in it, and now we are in year 7. So you got your touchdown, you know what I'm saying? Fourth quarter. Bring us to that moment, because it was a big game, right? You guys are trying to come back. You guys are back at home. It's Thursday Night Football. It's prime time. Talk about that a little bit and what that moment was like and getting that touchdown and, like, where you at right now in the season.
It was good to get the touchdown just because, I feel like it helped us get closer in the game. I'm a team guy. I don't really, of course you want to score touchdowns, but I'm all about winning games. So if anywhere I could to help my team win, that's all I'm about. Yeah. Whether it's touchdown, whether I got to get a block for a touchdown, whether I got to be a decoy for the touchdown, that's all I care about is winning the game. So, I just was on the end of actually catching it and scoring a touchdown. But it felt good. But at the end of the day, if you don't win the game, it don't really matter.
Yeah, man. And we're trying to get to those wins, and we've seen some good things from you guys though, especially you and quarterback Sam Howell. You guys seem to have very good chemistry, man. Talk about your young quarterback and what's that been like, being able to work with him and kind of build that chemistry up.
Yeah, Sam is great. The thing is, Sam is just, he don't let nothing hinder him or make him lose confidence. I feel like you see him take sacks, you see him throw an interception. That don't stop him. His face don't change. Nothing changes. He go back out there and line up each and every play and work hard. And when I see that, it makes me want to go much harder. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this guy's he tough. What? That's different. When you see a quarterback standing strong in that pocket after taking a sack or this and that, it make you want to go out there and play harder. And like I say, I always say this is my job as a receiver is to make the game easy on him. And I got to go out there and win my matchup to help him get the ball out of his hands much faster.
And you definitely making his life easier, man. There's a lot of weapons out there that make his life easier. Now, not a lot of times do guys get to play with like old college teammates,
yeah.
let alone play with their old college roommate and Terry McLaurin. What was that like? Like I seen a tweet where Terry has said like, yo, we talked about this our freshman year. I think it was right when you signed. He was like, yo, we used to talk about this. Do you remember those conversations? Bring us back, Dan. Talk to us about those conversations you and the young Terry were having.
Yeah, me and Terry, we really talked about this. Like a lot of people don't know, like Terry is my first, like when we stepped on camp. See, the thing is, I got to college early. I got it in January. They got there in the summertime.
Yeah.
That was my first roommate. The funniest thing, let me tell y'all this. I deleted all my pictures now, right? This me and Terry gonna tell me. I had a prom picture in a white suit.
Oh, word?
But my face was a little chunky. Terry gonna say, I ain't gonna lie, when I first seen that picture, I was like, yeah, my roommate about to be fat.
Because he probably saw your IG before he even met you.
You seemed like my face was chubby. Like, I'm just like, yeah, so we still laugh about that to this day. So it's like, that was my first roommate. You know what I'm saying? So we hung out every day. We chill with each other. Me and him, bunk beds, small little dorm room.
Crazy.
Like, we was roommates all through college until I left.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was different. Like, we had those conversations about making it to the league, making an impact, playing together. So it was just much special to see us actually doing this. You know what I'm saying? It's different. I ain't gonna lie. It's different.
Has it been everything you guys have dreamed of? Like being able to play together. Y'all got to do this now for a little bit. What has it been like, man? Now y'all are grown men now. You know, it's a lot different in freshman year. Y'all are grown men with budding careers. What has it been like?
It's great to be around and to like see things up in person and actually be there in the moment when you see somebody accomplish something great.
Yeah.
Like when Terry got paid and he got his contract, I was so happy for him. And to actually be here with him, you know, why it happened, while it happened, it was just special and it was amazing. Because a lot of people don't know, like, Terry been slept on for a lot of years, and I've always said this, he is a beast. So to see him get what he deserves finally in his life, I was happy for him.
Yeah, and you got some guys, y'all got to really develop into like leaders together. Yeah. And this is a young team. Y'all got some young players on the roster. We had Jahan on the last episode. What has it been like now? You're in year 7.
Yeah.
You're a leader now. You still look very young. You're still a young man, but you're a leader now. You're a veteran now. What has that been like transitioning from being this young guy, trying to prove it, trying to show he belongs, to now you're a veteran and a leader for this team?
It's different. I just approach the game much differently. Just calm, relax. Don't really let too many negative things affect me. Like if you go out there and slip and fall on a route, or if you drop a pass, just knock that out your head. Just go on to the next play. You know, I feel like that's something that I've learned along my way of playing in this league. Is it's always about the next play. Whatever happened. You just got to move on and go out there and make something happen.
You talk about the next play. You got a new guy calling some of these offensive plays, and you were very excited about Eric Bieniemy pulling up and being this offensive coordinator and changing this offense. What have you seen from this offense so far, and how do you feel more comfortable in this offense than maybe you have in previous ones?
I feel like the offense is great. It just sucks because I feel like our record don't really reflect how great our offense is, and I feel like Coach EB does a great job. I feel like everybody, like, it's just little missed opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing about football. It's the ultimate team game. Why? Because you need 11 guys doing 11. You need 11 guys doing their job at one time. If one guy mess up, then it makes everything mess up. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't really understand that. And I feel like we just one play away, but I love the offense. I feel like it's great.
Well, last question for you, man, before you go. I asked Jahan this as well. Do you feel command as fans? And you know they're loud, man. They get rowdy. They love you guys. Do you feel they've seen the full potential of this team? We're only going into week 6, man. This is very early. Seems like it's been a long season already, but we're only in week 6. Do you think the Commanders fans have seen the full potential of this team?
Nah, absolutely not. Like I said, it's just one play away from just getting that big hit, that one big play. Because I mean, I say this, I love the fans. You know what I'm saying? What they doing this year, coming out supporting us, it's crazy. Like, we love to see it. We don't like to see the stadium filled with other teams. So when they out there and you see their passion, you see they want this. You see it. So it's like, we got to go out there and do it. You know what I'm saying? But like, you see the passion in the fans, and I feel like it's coming. Like, trust me, like, the big plays is right there.
Yes, sir, man. And versatility has been the name of the game for you, man. You know, you was a running back, a wide receiver. You do all of these different things. Look into that ISO camera right there and tell the fans, who is Curtis Samuel?
Hard-working guy. I'm going to go out there each and every snap, each and every play, go out there and do what I got to do. I love to give back. I love my community. I always say this. I'm from Brooklyn, and I'd rather be from nowhere else.
Yeah, Brooklyn's finest, baby. Yeah, well, Commanders family, this is the Next Man Up podcast. Brian Colbert Jr. here with Curtis Samuel. Curtis, we appreciate you for being with us, man. We can't wait to see what this season holds for you, and I got no doubt that's going to be nothing but success for you,
absolutely.
my brother.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate your time, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, sir. Bless up, King. Yes, sir.